Greetings again, dear viewers. It is I, Manny Magi, once again continuing my grand adventure across the 8-bit world of Shandalar. On this stream, I will fight my way through a bunch of Magic the Gathering games to free Shandalar from the shackles of Emrakul's influence and the corrupted Planeswalkers. Will I succeed? Will this adventure come to a satisfying conclusion for my audience? Will I continue to ask these silly and redundant questions? All this and more could be answered in today's stream of The Masked Magic Man's Grand Adventure with a resounding meh, maybe. With that being said, last stream I tried to build a Blight Goblin deck, and that did not really work out. I have since done another pack opening video, this time opening Edge of Eternity's cards. I didn't really see anything that was going to help. But today I plan to, I guess, upgrade my deck, specifically by searching for Sanguinist, no, Stensia Sanguinist. So that will replace Exsanguinate in my deck, because that's what her prepared card is, or her prepared spell is. So that's what I plan on doing today. Before we get all into that, there's something I want to talk about real quick. I've been watching Kino Casino lately. It's not a stream that I'd normally be into. In fact, I'm not even really watching Kino Casino, more so I'm watching clips of Kino Casino. I'm not really the biggest fan of it. I remember watching Andy Worski back when he was on his own stream. I was never a big fan of PPP, mainly because, well, and this is no endorsement of the kill stream at all, but Ethan Ralph used to have a really easy time making fun of the dude. Which, I mean, have you seen Ethan Ralph? I don't, the way he talks about people, it's like, dude, do you own a fucking mirror? Like, try looking at it sometimes. Ralph's downfall has been a long time coming. The dumpster fire that he has found himself in, that has led him to becoming, just, to put it lightly, a lolcow. But it's been years in the making, and it's not like he hasn't had his moments. A stuck clock is right twice a day, after all. I think maybe that the highlight is the same stream that I found him, which was exposing Mundane Matt for doing exactly the sort of thing the quartering is now. Fun fact, the quartering was on that stream. He popped by to shoot a few shots at Mundane Matt. And justifiably so. I still think Mundane Matt is a flaggard for that. I still refuse to watch any of his stuff unless it's covered by someone else, usually ripping into it, which would include Mr. Medicure, and I think EFAP has covered one of his videos and tore it apart, but it was actually EFAP that I found the whole situation in the first place. So, but over the years, PPP and Ralph never got along, and I just think if you're able to hand Ralph, someone like him, a bunch of wins, and just an easy way to make fun of you, you weren't really worth my views. But ever since the quartering has made an absolute ass of himself, breaking the one thing he called a cardinal rule, there were clips, sound bites of Jeremy Hambley saying, don't break the cardinal rule of YouTube. And you know what he was talking about? He was talking about Matt. Huh. Well, it turns out that Jeremy's just as big of a fucking snowflake, huh? But I was just watching a clip of theirs of the Kino Casino, and it had Hambley, after a whole bunch of dead air, watching a video that was muted. Fucking muted. Which actually kind of it shows what I want to talk about today. Proves the point before I can even make it. Which is, I don't understand how people can't have something as simple as a fucking checklist for their streams. It's so easy to prepare for something like this. I am a hobby streamer at the moment. I would love to be making the amount of money that Hambley does, so that I can make this a full-time job. I would be streaming multiple days a week for multiple hours. You know, just doing this as a hobby. I stream longer in a session than Hambley does. And I don't have something as easy as reading someone else's content. They've already done the work for him. He just has to repeat it. And then say, how was your weekend, chat? Check this out. It's that easy for him. But he can only do it for 2 fucking hours a day. And it's like, I make this go 3. And I'm on no sleep last night. Because a nice little thunderstorm wanted to roll through and kept my ass awake. So I'm running on no sleep. I can't even trust myself to take a nap. Because I was afraid that I wouldn't wake up. And this is a hobby for me. I still want to make sure I'm on time. You know, I don't want to be late game muted. Which is why I have, like, my OBS. As part of my checklist, my OBS is on a separate monitor right now. And I'm able to see that my mic is picking up every word of this. I'm able to see that my background music is on. If I were getting super chats, I'd be able to see the alert. I have the chat streams for 4 channels set up and ready to go, so I don't have to do something like look at my phone. You know, it's right there. It takes up half of my OBS screen. Then there's a third that is dedicated to just looking at the stream preview, so that I know that all the components are working, because it may not look like it. But there's a few bits to this right now. What you're looking at is made of a few parts, and I've got to make sure that they're all working. And that's part of my setup. That's part of my checklist. It begins the night before. And I have ADHD out the fucking ass. So I need to begin all of this with a notification on my phone telling me to look at my checklist. It starts at 7 p.m. And I take a quick look and it says, hey, consider taking a shower. Which, of course, I do consider. But then again, I'm also a Magic the Gathering player, so I always opt against it. As you can imagine. Hence why I need, you know, both a noise suppression and a noise gate, so you don't hear all the flies around me that are just buzzing all over my keyboards and my mic and all that kind of stuff, you know. They're just everywhere. But then it goes into making sure my OBS is up to date. It goes into making sure Forge is up to date. And with after I update it, I have to add in all of my custom graphics. Then there's making sure that my channels are still connected to Restream. And then after that, once that's all done, the checklist resumes an hour before the stream starts. It starts with, cleaning my desk area and stuff like that. And it goes all the way down to making sure my cats are fed, have water, their litter boxes are scooped, the trash is taken out, and I've lit a candle. Literally, the last thing on my checklist before hitting go live is lighting a fucking candle. Everything gets checked. And then there's stuff for after my stream ends. Like making sure all the metadata is there. And stuff like that. That little Twitter or that tweet that you see saying, hey, live in 5 minutes. That's part of the checklist. And I don't know how the quartering doesn't do shit like that. How? How can you just... Like, I understand accents happen, but having a segment where a video that everyone is supposed to be watching with you is fucking muted, and because he's banned his entire chat, there's no one to tell him that he's fucking muted. It's one of the first things you see. I've been a part of it in so many chats, typing out muted in all caps. The moment you say, I'm going to play a video, and then you go to play the video, and no sound comes out, the chat floods with muted. People just spamming it in all caps. But because he's banned everyone, there's no one to tell him that he looks like a complete jackass. But he's supposed to have done this for 10 fucking years now. This is... My stream is a one-man show. There is no one to tell me if I'm fucking up. Hambly has so many people to tell me he's fucked up. And he's banned them all. It's like, dude... And the worst part is, I used to watch his shit. I used to. Like, way back when. Funnily enough, the reason I found him was the reason I found things like the Kill Stream, Ricada Law, all of them. I watched The Last Fucking Jedi. And that led to me watching EFAP, and then the Mundane Matt stream got mentioned on EFAP once. I looked it up, and I found the Kill Stream where they exposed Mundane Matt as a flagger. Again, where the quartering was included on that stream. And now he's doing the very thing that he watched Mundane Matt get exposed for. But he's doing it even worse. For one, he made this entire like campaign for free speech. And so that means he's guilty of hypocrisy. No greater sin on the internet after flagging people than hypocrisy. Which proves that for the past 10 years, for the past decade, he's been nothing but a grifter. The actual definition of a grifter. Because it's not that you want to make money off of something. It's that you don't hold the values that you're espousing. He's always espoused free speech. He's always bitched that the left is full of snowflakes and can't cope and stuff like that. And look at him now. He can't fucking cope because he's a bitch ass snowflake. And he's trying to hold down the fort on his own. Well, I'm holding down this fort on my own. It's actually pretty fucking easy. And I don't have the money nor the equipment he does. For me to buy a new mic, so I have good audio, it took $200 fucking dollars dropped on a new mic. So if my voice sounds funny or anything like that, you're just hearing me. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the mic. It's just all me at this point. Fucking all these visuals you're seeing, those are all me. I had to make all those. Fucking and I don't have the access to the kind of programs someone who's actually paid for this shit would. It's you're looking at an actual JPEG of my face. Or not JPEG, PNG. No, I do use a JPEG for that one. It's when we get to the gameplay, that's when it's PNGs. But I have to make these every fucking Saturday. Every Saturday night. That's another part that's part of my checklist. Is I have to update these so it's the right number. And every once in a while, I take a hard look at them and go, that looks a little hard to read now that I think about it. Maybe I'll make a nice little shadow around the white lettering to help. And then I'll make shadows on the inside to make it pop. And then I make it pop, and it looks better than it did last time. And now I'm looking at my thing and I'm realizing that the white mana symbol for planes doesn't crest up as far as everyone else does outside of the thing. So I'm gonna have to fix that too. But that's the kind of stuff that, well, because I'm a one-man show, this is the kind of stuff that happens. But this is what I do. And I do and again, I'm a hobbyist. I stream once a week, and I make videos as I can. So, it's baffling that someone with a decade more experience than I do can't do it. Not on his own. And I'm not going to comment on him having dead air, because sometimes I have dead air. It's sometimes I concentrate really hard on what move I need to make or something like that in the game in Forge. So I end up going a little silent for a little while, at least on stream. It's something that I'll be able to edit out of my videos, and I really should edit out of my videos. So I'll work better on that. But it's just, like I said, it's just baffling that he can't do it. Like I said, I have a checklist. I honestly think it doesn't matter whether you have 0 viewers or 1,000 viewers. Have a fucking checklist, because you owe it to them. If you're going to put yourself out there, if you're going to put out content that you expect people to monetarily support, you owe it to them to make it the best that you can. And it's not like we don't have 21 years of YouTube just being out there, and 21 years of people making content, and the evolution of technology and that content and the techniques that then helps us make the best content we can. even if you're just a hobbyist. It's always also what made me like really confused about certain kinds of lolcows, mainly the users out there. You know, there's such easy ways to do all this. All my stills that have me in it, or my cats in them, taken with a phone that has a better resolution than a camera that you know, like an ES7 or something. Freaking, you know, they had you. What am I trying to say here? Like, okay, I think I was getting a little ahead of myself. So, cameras, professional cameras, you know, just a few years ago, didn't have the kind of resolution that my phone does right now. And I'm able to take these high-ass resolution photos, and with just a little tweaking on something like Windows Photos or Microsoft Paint, I make them, you know, look pretty good. At least passable to be in a video. It's baffling that he has access to all these things and better equipment than I ever could. And he still delivers an inferior product compared to other people. You know, one of the people he's brought up before is when discussing time slots, as if this was, you know, not YouTube, but like a cable show with shows on competing networks or something like that. You know, he talked about Steven Crowder. Show me a moment of dead air from Steven Crowder. Like, ever. But then again, he has a team. He has people working cameras. You know, it's a cable show, you know, a cable grade news show presented online. He's got a camera crew who are not just working the cameras, but working the camera controls, the editing controls and whatnot behind the scenes, you know, switching from person to person as they start speaking and stuff. He's got multiple speakers on that show who, when as soon as one person kind of stops and has a moment to say something, boom, someone else starts speaking. And then another person starts speaking. They feed off of each other, and they keep the conversation not just going, but they keep it engaging. Whether you like it or not, I'm not, you know, that's it's not an endorsement of them. Whether you like them or not, you're engaged with it. Just because you're engaged doesn't mean you like what you're hearing, but you're thinking about what they're saying. Whether that's thinking of a way to, you know, support it and with more, you know, something you would say, you know, it begins a train of thought that goes somewhere supportive, or you're thinking of some way to rebuke what they're saying and rebuff the points they're making, and or not refute the points they're making. And that's the way your train of thoughts go. Either way, you're engaged. And you're engaged with each person as they're speaking. That's the benefit of not being a one-man show. Hambly has put himself in this unenviable position through no fault of anyone else's, just his own. He's the one who opened up his marriage. or at least he allowed it to be opened up. He's the one who let his wife get involved with bulls and stuff in a swingers lifestyle. He's the one who then talked about his wife online. He's the one who kept bringing her up over and over and over again across his various channels. So people who watched him for different reasons all still got exposed to the same bullshit that he had to say. Fucking, I, for instance, only knew him for his politics channel. I didn't know for like the longest time until this shit went down that he had a Magic the Gathering channel. And that is now evolved, I guess you can call it, you know, major air quotes around that one. But has evolved into multiple TCGs because he kept getting his ass banned from Magic the Gathering because he picks fights with people they had no business picking fights with. Who the fuck? Who the absolute fuck picks a fight with someone like the Professor? The Professor is such an amiable guy. I can guarantee he and I do not see it. No, I don't want to make this political, but unfortunately, Hambly, because of what he does, makes everything political. But I can guarantee me and the Prof, we would not see eye to eye politically. We do not vote the same at all. And yet, I've watched his stuff. And yes, on Shuffle Up and Play, I've heard some political stuff, some political takes, and I've rolled my eyes. But I've kept watching, and I've enjoyed it. The most, I guess, I wouldn't say offensive, but the most, the one take he had where I actually felt the need to say something was when he, I only did it recently, but this is like a take he had 2 years ago. But he said in a video that one of the top 5 worst Magic the Gathering products ever released was Double Feature. If you watch me play in any of my streams, well, you can definitely tell I'm a fan of Double Feature. I'm a fan of just all things Innistrad in particular. Even Midnight Hunt, which had to do with werewolves over vampires. But, you know, it was still part of that beautiful story of Olivia Valderen's wedding. You know, it's... So, I went and I told him. Well, you know, I gotta admit, I kind of like it. You know, I really like it. That's what I felt the need to comment on. Not his political takes, not the little quips and comments that slip into a video when all 4 people in a pod agree with each other. You know, it's like, oh, I could go on forever about hug boxes and stuff like that, but you know, it's like, but I let it go. You know, it's like, I would rather not you know, my game about, you know, my monster fighting simulator card game thing be polluted with politics as everything it always is now. But I don't feel the need to comment on it. I feel the need to comment is like, hey, I like the reprint set in black and white. It gives me an old monster movie feel vibe to it. Kind of makes me sad that you don't like it. I liked it. But like that's what I felt the need to comment on. Cause even when the Prof makes a political quip, it's a one and done quick, you know, blink and you miss it type thing. He's so fucking inoffensive. How could you not like the prof? I don't get it. But of course, Hambly had to pick a fight with him. And every time he picks a fight with, he picked a fight with pretty much every single Magic the Gathering tuber on YouTube. And every time he did, he made himself out to be the victim. It's like, dude, you're the one who started the shit. It's not even they said something and you responded and then they... No, you went out of your way each time to say some shit. So, fuck you very much for that. So I haven't even bothered to look up unsleeved media. Why? Because the Kino Casino has already been, you know, covering that. And again, I don't watch Kino Casino, I watch the clips. But there's plenty of clips of them checking out stuff like his unsleeved media channel. You know, that's how I like to say. It's like, oh, I was 0 days old when I post something like this. I say, oh, I was 0 years old, or I was today years old when I learned the quartering was a Magi tuber. And he's the one who gives people like us a bad fucking name. And it's like, no, don't watch him. Watch the professor. Watch Tolarian Community College. Don't watch Ristic Study, because that's based off of a fucking blue card. And blue is objectively the worst color. That's just a fact. I think the next time I make a background like this, I think I'm just gonna X out that the island icon. But it's just how can you get yourself banned from Arena and Magic Online and all this other shit? You know, I had to wonder that would he be dumb enough to even get himself banned from Forge? I wouldn't be surprised. I'm sure there's a way he could find a way. You know, there's a way for him to get banned from it. He would. And that's just the stupidity of Hambly for you. And now he's having to do streams with the lights turned up and stuff to hide his fucking face. You know, all the blemishes and the bags under his eyes and stuff like that. And it's just like, God, it's such a well-deserved downfall. Like, such a well-deserved downfall. And I would have been rather smug if he had done it. You know, if he had just been a politics streamer about it. But it turns out he had to also be a TCG channel too. And it's just like, oh, that's what I want to get into, and he's just soiling the fucking waters. So fucking amazing. I did not know I could go on for half an hour on that one thing. Ain't that fucking amazing? And I didn't have pre-written material in front of me. I have a notebook. A foot notebook. And it said at the top here, talk about quartering being muted, and having a checklist. That's it. I mean, there are other bullet points, but for that one little part, something that was supposed to last 5 minutes, that's how long I could go on for. And you know, Hambly, he needs a pre-written article, someone else's work that he then reads verbatim. And how much commentary does he actually provide? It's not enough for me to consider it transformative. Just like the way he steals people's shorts, and he sticks that, what were the oranges for? Check this out. Or what was it? What were the oranges for? Let me know in the comments. Some stupid shit like that. It's like that 6-second introduction to the clip does not then make the clip transformative. And I pray to God that everyone he has stolen from all just go at all at once and hit DMCA. And just nuke his channel. Especially the way he's been acting lately. Where he nukes an entire channel of his that wasn't his to nuke because he had 2 other co-hosts who also enjoyed doing stuff on that. And he nuked it. And then went around, said it was his editor's fault, but also said that he was under attack, and that's what did it. He's deleting videos that make him look bad on his own channel and saying that they're getting flagged down, that it's an attack by the left, when people who have the links to those videos then go and follow those links. And instead of saying that it's not available, it says that it's not available because it's been removed by the uploader. And those same videos are the ones he's saying are getting flagged down, that he's under attack and shit like that. So he's fucking lying. So how's your weekend today, chat? Let me know in the comments. Oh god. I can't wait for Mr. Medicare to cover this shit, because Medicare was on the same fucking stream as the quartering when Monday Matt got exposed for flagging. That's how I got introduced to so many people on YouTube. Was that fucking stream. I was like a week late to it. No, maybe not a week, like 2-3 days maybe, but freaking, and I remember Mr. Medicare did an entire almost hour video just on Monday Matt, going over his history and stuff like that, like when he was swatted, which don't condone. I don't condone. I can't stop anyone from doing it, but I also don't condone it. But Monday Matt was swatted, and then later started flagging people and was exposed for it, and Medicare went over all of that. So now I hope Medicare goes over the quartering doing all this, because this is so much better than what down with Monday Matt. It's so much more entertaining. But as entertaining as it is, the quartering is still also a massive piece of shit. And at this point, it's, you want to hate him, because he's trying to be smug, but also trying to play the victim. He's trying to be the most badass victim that there ever was. And she's like, no, man, that's not how this works. Like, you did all the shit that you say your opposition does. All of it. I'm waiting for him to, because once upon a time AOC said that there were snipers outside of her house waiting, and she uses for such talking point sympathy. And then it was revealed that that day she was literally walking around outside shopping like nothing was wrong. But apparently snipers were at her house and she was hiding all day. And what the quartering is doing is talk about how people are attacking his wife. You know, oh, they're attacking his wife. One, how'd they get her number? Because they're saying, oh, they're calling her, they're sending her threatening texts. Well, one, as you used to say, let's show me the receipts. For a second thing, how the fuck did they get her number? Because the only one talking about your wife, the only one releasing information about your wife is you. So if anyone gave out her number, it was someone close to her. Like you, maybe. Or her bull. One of them had to have leaked. Or she did. Either way. That, you know, it had something to do with y'all. And then he goes and fabricates one of these death threats. Freaking someone that he is friends with on Facebook sends him a message saying, you know, you should unalive yourself, which is not a death threat. Just saying you should do it is not the same as saying that that person is going to do it. That are two totally different things. A threat is actionable. Not, you know, saying you should Minecraft, that's literally just a suggestion. Not a very good one, not a very moral one, but a suggestion nonetheless. It's not actionable. A threat is actionable. It's something that is promised to be done. It's why people know, that's why no one gets away with that bullshit. It's like, oh, it's not a threat, it's a promise. It's like, no, that sounds like a threat. It meets all the criteria of a threat, therefore it is a threat. Just because you say, oh, it's not a promise. It's like, that's something someone said in a movie or a book that sounded really good in the scene, but in real life does not hold up. So, but then he starts showing this around. It took people all of 5 minutes to find, hey, that dude's a friend of yours. Like, he's a friend on your Facebook. It's like, care to explain that? And he just starts like, oh no, it was a message request. That's all. It's like that does not explain anything. It's like, we are seeing him on your friends list. Well, notice how he doesn't show that around anymore. Notice how he isn't talking about death threats anymore either. It's all about the trolls and the harassment campaign. It's like, and the woke left, and everyone who hates him is a lefty. Oh, sorry about that. Need a drink there. Whoa, Kibusami. Dead air. Again, one-man show here. Yeah, just like Hambly. I still think I'm doing it better. Tell me what you think in the comments. That's never gonna get old. That's never gonna get old. Especially with that video of someone, whoever that brilliant mad lad was, who put all of like all the videos where he says, or that he ends his intro with, let me know in the comments together, or check this out all together, and it's like, yeah, la 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 la, check this out. La la la, let me know in the comments. And they're just all synced up perfectly, but also goes to show, like, wow, he had like a tempo to that. He had a cadence. He had that shit down, like he had rehearsed it, which just goes to show that he was pumping that shit out. You know, it was exactly the kind of slop that we've come to expect from YouTube Shorts. You know, this is why Shorts should have been made optional years ago, because of someone like him. He sits there and records a few intros at a time, slaps them in front, or pays someone else. No, he was paying someone else to steal them, but I don't know about the editing. But somehow they get slapped onto this and posted to his channel. And it's, oh, what the fuck was even my point? I had one. I began with one. There was a point there. I feel like I should go back and re-listen to myself, but I'm not gonna do that because again, one man show. With me and my creaky chair. But it's, it's amazing how this whole situation has evolved. It's now about all the trolls and stuff, and now he's become the lolcow. He's become one too, just like Ethan Ralph did. Like, holy shit. I wouldn't say Rikeda is one, because it seems like that circle, there's a curse on that circle of associates. I won't call them friends, but there's, it started with like Ralph, and then other hosts, or co-hosts of the kill stream got kind of exposed for being weird and shit like that, and have their skeletons and stuff start getting shown for, drug out of the closet for everyone to see, and then everyone who orbited that is going down. Rikeda went down. He's climbing his way back up, and for the love of fucking God, I hope he succeeds, because he's got kids, which means there's someone who, like, it's not just him and the Lady Rackets who suffers from their bad actions. Their kids suffer too. So, and the only other way, the only alternative, if they don't improve, is to have their kids taken away for their own safety. So, God, I hope they make it. I hope they become better people. And from what I've seen, it looks like he's not on the stuff. And I hope he stays that way. For the love of fucking God, for his kids. For the sake of his kids, I should say. For the love of God and for the sake of his kids. Ralph, he's been estranged from his kids. He wants nothing to do with them. He's shown that. He's tried to hide behind them. He has tried to invoke them for sympathy, but they're just tools to him. He is a disgusting son of a bitch in that aspect. So fuck him very much for that. The quartering? No kids. Shooting blanks. He admitted it. He's going on 40. No kids. So he has no one to bring down but himself and his wife. And, his wife could always cut the internet down, but then they'd have no income. Everyone, when I say, he has no one to bring down but himself, what I mean is everyone that he could bring down with him are fully functioning adults. So I guess I should amend what I say there. It's like, it's not that he has no one to bring, he could bring down others, but they're all functioning adults who can make their own decisions. Manny Magi, freaking defending him, and everyone else who defends him, they're adults. They make their own decisions. That means that they can make their own bad decisions. Excuse me. And they can, suffer the consequences of their own bad decisions. And as much as they can try and blame the quote-unquote trolls, the people rightfully criticizing them for flagging and defending content theft and stuff like that. You know, they can all suffer the consequences of their own bad choices. Whew. 50 minutes on just that. Holy moly. I'm a little breathless from that. But I believe that's all I had to say about having a checklist. This all could have been avoided if Hambly had made his own checklists. All right, that's all I'm saying. Oh God, this was supposed to be a segment that I could clip and then put into a YouTube short and have people watch. That is not what happened. All right. Speaking of, I wanted to also touch on the recent videos I posted. I started a versus series where I just clip out the, because I was doing this for shorts to give people a preview of my content. That's how I treat shorts, a preview of my content. But trying to do a duel that is in landscape mode and trying to translate that into portrait mode, it hasn't really been working. And one, it's a bitch to edit, going back and forth across, you know, the screen and stuff. And I can only imagine that it's not very fun on the viewer's eyes. So instead, what I am doing now is I'm just going to chop out, because who wants to watch this whole damn thing? Nobody. As I know. So what I'm just going to do is, starting from my first stream, I'm going to clip out certain duels, and I'm going to post that as versus videos, which are going to be much shorter. Obviously, I've already posted up the first one, and it's like 12 minutes. So that beats watching a whole 4-hour stream, which isn't 4 hours anymore. It's 3. Still longer than Hambly's. Let's see. Then I am working on Magression or Magigression. I haven't thought of a proper title yet. It'll be my progression series, because I found the perfect way to both do pack pulls and pack storage, you know, storage for the cards that I pulled, to keep track of what I pulled. And it's just here an adventure. It's easy. I just start a new I started a new account, and that's all it's going to be used for, is Magigression or Magression, whichever one I decide to go with. And then I use the console in the game to give myself a number of packs. I don't know how it's gonna work yet for the first few sets. I'm gonna go down to my locals and conduct some research on what early Magic was like as far as getting packs and stuff, and we'll go from there. Right now, I am working on an opening for it. That's always kind of the most, you know, I guess, I wouldn't say labor intensive part of it, but it's the part that takes the most time, because I've got a thing in my head. As you can tell, most of my intros are very different from one another. I want my different content to have something that tells them apart at the beginning. As soon as it starts up, you can tell that this is not a plain art conquest. This is a versus or something like that. So I've I really used the intro as a way to flex my creative muscles and find out, a feel for that series. So that's what's taking that one so long to get started. Let's see. Oh, and then I've started watching Pro Jared Plays Forge. And I have to admit, I'm a little annoyed because I'm still in the early few episodes. So I'm a little annoyed at things that he doesn't know, like, like, what is it? Not knowing exactly what event or reputation does in the game, and having to be like, just figure it out. And then he finally figures it out, and it's like, oh, okay, good. So, so there, I guess that's my 1 hour introduction into the stream. Well, we've been going for 56 minutes now, so I think it's time that we go ahead and take a break. And I will be back in a few, and maybe then we'll actually begin the gameplay. I'll see you all in a moment. I say, whoa, Kiwisabi. I'm back. I say, whoa, Kiwisabi. I'm back. Best part about that song, except for the main chorus and a clip of Monday Matt dancing at the end, none of it has to do anything with the Boulder King and being a mass flagget. It all has to do with the Andy Worski Tonka Saw fight that didn't happen. But I still think of that song whenever I think of Monday Matt being a mass flagget. So, and now I think of it whenever I think of the quartering being a mass flagget. But that's enough of all that, I think. I think it's about darn time I get into the actual gameplay an hour and 15 minutes into the stream. So, we're not actually going to start dueling yet. We're not actually going to start looking for Stensia Sanguinist. We're actually going to start with some pack openings, because I had 5 leftover packs from last stream. But you'll notice there are not 5 packs here. That's because in my last pack opening, I accidentally opened one of my packs there. That was not Edge of Eternities. So we've got Tarkir Dragonstorm, Return to Ravnica, Foundations, and Duskmourn. So let's see what we get. Let's see. Raucous Carnival, Fanatic of the Harrowing, Trapped in the Screen, Malevolent Chandelier. I just saw a tweet about someone with a, what was it, a Combusken? The final evolution of the Torchic line in Pokemon, going up against whatever that Chandelier Pokemon is. And someone, in part of the tweet is like, yeah, I'm the dude in the silver car part, you know, late for work now because a freaking chicken need to fight a fucking Chandelier. Let's see. Emerge from the cocoon. Valgavoth's Faithful, Surgical Suite and Hospital Room, Glassworks, Shattered Yard, Ragged Playmate, Ripped Chain Razorkin, Arabella, Abandoned Doll, Infernal Phantom, Leyline of Hope, and Peer Past the Veil. We'll go with Tarkir next. I'm just going to open up all of them. That took a little while. Let's see here. Ooh, Breaching Dragonstorm. I do want to build a dragon deck at some point. Turn to Ravnica. Sacrifice 2 other creatures. Any number of target players each lose 2 life and sacrifice a creature. You add 2 black mana and draw a card. Let's see. It's probably supposed to be a commander card, but even commander cards can be used in singleton, or not singleton, single player formats. My Olivia's Wrath that I use is a commander card, but I still use it for my deck in this game. Ooh, that looks pretty nice. Wonder who that is on there. Probably, is that Chandra or... I think it's Chandra. It's got the fiery hair and stuff. I don't think it's Nissa. Probably Chandra. Alright. Oh, that's right. We also need to get that repaired. I don't know what should be the priority, to be honest with you. No vampires here. Oh, bad doggy. I don't want to bite. I don't want to hurt the doggy. Come on, let me in. Come on, anytime now. Come on. Did you freeze on me? There we go. Just took an extra click just for me to see what I already know. Okay, I think I'm going to have to go down to the black area. The swamp biome. Why do I have this marked? Come on. Oh boy. I did up the kilobytes per second up to 2500 as opposed to my 2000 that it was earlier. That may be what's doing this. Wait for the program to respond. Come on. This ain't cool, man. Don't do this every time I need to enter a town. Thank you. What's this? Infinity. I never learned how to play Infinity cards. And there's two shops for this here. There's one up there, and then there's... Right? Yeah, see, this is an unset. This is only... Huh. I wonder why I only had literally one card in it. 4 copies of it, but still only one card. Just in case we have to... Just in case I have to... Let's see here. What am I... Yeah, no. Let's untrack that for now. Because there's just no way I'm going to beat that with this deck. Like, as much as I hate to admit, there's some things that this deck just cannot go up against. And when something is spamming out stuff that fast... Alright, well, let's do something a little entertaining. Let's take on an Adept Red Wizard. No, let's mulligan. This is not better at all. Let's see here. Okay, let's get this out so I can get my Revenant. Oh, nope. Alright. Cancel. Bring her out instead, because she's got more toughness. make her a figures. Let's see how long that gets to stay on the field for. Oh. At least one attack. Okay, now we can get out Revenant. Then attack. Let's hit him with a Vampire's Kiss. Oh, and there's the card we want to replace. And then just full send. We'll get rid of these. Artifact land. Huh. And then get rid of that too. And then head down into the swamp biome. Oh, jeez. Is that dragon or wyvern? I don't want to stick around to find out yet. Come on. Thank you. Get out of the island area. Oh. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Man, everything wants a piece of me today. Just weave on through here. Oh! That's got a star, so either it's Phyrexian or Vampire. Hoping for Vampire. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, wait. Let's sell some cards. Oh, yeah. I forgot. Shoot. Is there somewhere I can go to get this? Oh, I think I can just do it from here. Yep. Repair. And only for 2,000. So I've still got 11k. Let's see if I can find... I mean, if God is just going to smile on me like that, who am I to complain? Alright. Back. Edit. Let's see. Move to sideboard. And then add to deck. Because even this deck could use some improving. And give this a save. See, the good thing about her is not only does she have that effect that can prepare, you know, and re-prepare and re-prepare and be used over and over again, but she also gets me a blood token. So when she's brought out, yeah. Oh no, that's not what I want. Get something onto the field, please. Oh, I could have brought him out. What was I thinking there? There we go. But if Anya's on the field, then just like all my other vampires, she will get me a blood token. Oh, speaking of Anya. There's my girl. Figures. him out. Okay. How many of those does he have? I'm not going to wait till I have aerialist. I need life now. I guess we're just doing all the removal, huh? I mean, we can do that. We can absolutely do that. And I'll just throw Death Touch on you. And there's Exsanguinate there in the background, or there in exile. And then attack all again. Boom. Get rid of that. Alrighty. Now that I mean, the entire point of this stream was supposed to be finding Stensia Sanguinist. So now that I've got her, I'm like, well, what the hell do I do now? Are there any other vampires worth buying? Or maybe a few packs? These are all a little older. Let's see, would this be good in any of my decks? Like, I definitely know what this does. So I would need to be playing a lot more like token spam and recursion and stuff like that. Let's see. I'm gonna go all the way back to here. And we can... Oh, I should just come back here to sell my cards. I could have gotten a lot more than 12k. Well, shoot. Let's see. I will get... What do I want? Yeah, let's get this. Get a few more. We will just... What is that? I want that. That looks interesting. Okay, there that is. Oh, it's only 8 cards. Oh, they're all old ones. Well, that's nowhere near the price I paid for that pack. Get rid of that, that, and that. That's an alchemy card. See anything? I don't see anything that I don't see anything that will go into my anti-boss deck. Ugh. Okay, I'm curious. What makes you think I want AI viewers? Freaking rusted, blah 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 blah. What makes you think I want AI viewers? I doubt you're still here. You just drive by, drop the comment, and then run. But what makes you think I actually want those? Hmm? If you're still here, I'll give you a second to answer. Then I'll freaking get rid of this. Get rid of your stupid comment. I love the name of this card. I have no idea how to pronounce it. I'm not even going to try. Moment of Craving. Need that. I can't read or speak whatever that is, and I'm not going to insult whatever whatever culture that comes from, because I actually don't know. Alright, well, I'm just going to ban this one person because they haven't answered yet. Alright, I don't see anything I'll need for my vampire, my anti-boss deck. When this enchantment enters, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Surveil 2. When a dragon you control enters, return this enchantment to its owner's hand. Ooh, that's abusable. Well, that's a demon noble, but the last pack we had, we got a dragon. Come on, open up. Ooh, a Nazgul. That's a pretty good card. Another alchemy card. Trix Warlock. Or no, that's what he is, but this is timeline color. Sell what we don't need. I'm actually going to separate by set, so I can look for. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh. Are they trying to make it like a an actual like like Yu-Gi-Oh style archetype where one thing leads into another, because this would lead into Sanguine Bond. And then there's another card that conjures a blood blood artist. So it's like, are they trying to make an archetype that then goes into the infinite combo, the infinite life loss combo? I think that's it for Universes Beyond. Oh, nope, there we go. And Infinity. That's the dragon I pulled. Or a back at 6,000. Alright. Go buy a few more black backs. These cards are just from, that's the great thing about these packs is they're from all over the place. That's also the one drawback of them. So I'm happy to pull the impressive looking cards, but it's like, oh, I don't need you. Ooh, what's this? Okay. Bit of mass removal there. Again, nothing more that I need. Only 1,200 now. Alright. Excuse me, but you look like... Okay. Yep, we already know what this kind is going to be. Frog. Alright, so I think this is going to be all the way in the green biome. Oh, yep. I'm gonna have to go around this. This is gonna take a while to get to. I don't have... Yeah, I don't have the teleport stone for it. A sliver! Definitely not taking on the Maelstrom Angel. Definitely not taking on Emrakul. Oh. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we'll keep this. I get hit. I can take the hits. Oh, almost missed my land drop. And hopefully I can just outgrow him before he can outgrow me. Let's see, are either of these a threat? Both of them are. So we will hit this. And then next turn, we can cast this. And hit them all. Boom. Okay. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. No. They'll have to do. Get him out as an early striker. And get her out. And then start attacking. Oh boy. Phew. Guess I'll have to take it. But, okay, so. Oh, Jesus. I will use him to start powering her up. And then hopefully that means I will win next turn. No. Well, I definitely won't take out... Oh, jeez. Okay, shoot. I need to... Oh, that wasn't another land. Hmm. I can just attack with these two and... Okay, good. Good, good, good. I was a little nervous there for a moment. All of them except for this one. Go straight from red to green. Every time it clicks like that, I always think that there's another enemy that just materialized and ambushed me. Got the sniffles today. Come on. Yep. Should have seen that coming. This hand is terrible. This hand is much better. Not great, but much better. Let's see. Protection from multicolored. Well, this is not multicolored. Let's get him out. Followed by Anya. I have to let that hit me. Boom. Oh, whoops. That is not what I meant to do. But that's okay. It achieves somewhat the same result. And then... Let's see. Nothing about flying. And he's tapped out on mana except for this. I doubt... it's going to be anything like they can give him flying. Oh, nope, can't do that. Alright, let's take out that so we can... Alright, cool. Get rid of all of these. Oh, come on. Come on. I think the lack of sleep is really affecting me. I may have to take a nap here soon. Come on. There we go. Seen this one bunch, so We already know how it goes. I will sell that. And then teleport on back. Let's see what new quest they have for me now. Hey there, bud. You see the metal monstrosities, the Phyrexians? Yeah, they're up to no good, I tell ya. I saw them, I did. Phyrexians? What are you talking about, Tipsy Tim? These metal freaks. They ain't from around here, I swear. Saw them with me own eyes. They got them twisted mechanical things. Up to something bad they are. You've had quite a few drinks, Tim. Are you sure you're not imagining things? Phyrexians haven't been seeing these parts for thousands of years. Nonsense! My eyes don't lie, friend. Them Phyrexians are real trouble, I'm telling you. You gotta go. See for yourself. Kick them out of Shandalar. Alright, Tim. I'll look into it. But first, maybe you should lay off the elf for a while. Let's see here. Let's go clear ourselves a dungeon. How far is it away? Okay, so here I am, and there's the Drunken Plea. So that's where we gotta go. Not too far. Ugh, Harpy. You know what? Fine. I want some fodder. Yeah, sure. What are you? Okay, yeah, I'll just take you out. Let's do that. Oh, there we go. That's much better. Of course. Ooh. Yeah, let's put him out. And then my Soren. Go for my token right away. Of course, it's exile. You know what, let's get rid of your stuff too. Nah. And then... yeah, sure. Just cuz. Okay, thank you. I get it. Alright. Get rid of all that. And get me some of my life back. Nah. Let's get that out. On auto. Oh, there's nothing in my graveyard to get back. That's what you get for being a douche. I mean, I'm literally going on a quest here that saves y'all from a pretty horrific fate. Like, becoming a Phyrexian is not something you should ever actually want. You have to be a certain mental, demented to want it without having taken the oil first. Alright, let's go ahead and clear this dungeon. Alright, this is a good hand. Yep. He's ramping. He's ramping. Yep. Did my land for turn. And of course, that's going to have flying. Yes, he's afraid to lose that. Alright, what's it do? Beginning of your upkeep, it deals 2 damage, okay? Let's see. What would be most beneficial? I'm thinking it's the Sorin. And now she's even more powerful than it was. I'm getting life pretty fast, so I don't think I have to worry about his card's effect. Let's even out the playing field a little bit. And then full send. I'm pretty sure we can look forward to all the same strategies from each thing in this dungeon except for the boss. This is not the best hand. And there's my boy. Alright. I will block. And then get out Anya. And we do have some options here. Like, I can go ahead and give her those tokens. And lay that down. I will discard this. I should have gotten rid of my other Anya. Because I don't need her right now. And then go ahead and attack for 4. Yeah, I'll do it. We'll just start draining. Can't do any more, so Yeah, I'll just take the hits. Okay, so I've got 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that'll take a good chunk. And then hit for both. Yep, go ahead. Shit. And boom. Vampire Kiss for the win. Well, actually, I've been going for 2 hours, and well, that's how long Mr. Jeremy Hambley of the Quartering seems to think the stream should go. I'm actually I'm about to pass out. So, I'm going to go ahead and look at the stats for this, which aren't going to be much different than how they usually are. I have 331 wins to 64 losses there. Not much else has changed. We're going to drop a quick save. Oh. Do it. Thank you. And then go over to my ending screen while I will go ahead and tell you all, my dear viewers, it's been one heck of an adventure, but mainly one heck of a rant. But it's about time I head out. This stream was a bit luckier than other ones because I immediately found Sanguinist. Sanguinist, which was the absolute highlight of it. If you like this stream, you can tap the like button, drop a sub on the battlefield, share it on your socials to help spread the word, and or use your keyword ability Hindsight, and for one man of any color, comment on all my misplays below. Don't forget to check out my Rumble, Kick, and Twitch channels. If you like MTG Forge and want to explore it, maybe using it as a tool to make your own decks better or to head out onto your own adventure, a link to the GitHub page will be in the description below. If you want to show some support for what I'm doing, feel free to visit my Ko-Fi. The names of my monthly Ko-Fi contributors will replace my name under the producer in the credits of each new video. Or if you want to send that appreciation to the amazing team dedicated to keep this labor of love going, feel free to visit their own Ko-Fi. Both will be linked in the description below. Until next time, this has been Manny Magi, the Masked Magic Man, on my grand adventure. Insert original send-off here.